Welcome back to our Regretful Parents series on YouTube, where Kristen has left to get water. And here I am alone in the darkness.
You may continue.
Are you going to drink that? Okay. Welcome back to our Regretful Parents series on YouTube. In this series, we dive into the wild, messy, and sometimes heartbreaking posts from parents who regret the gig. It's not about parent bashing, just a reality check before you sign a lifetime contract. And Kristen, today we're going to be diving. Oh, hi, I'm Erika. Who are you?
You don't even know who I am. I'm Kristen.
I don't know. Who are you?
Who are you?
I don't know. Well, today we are going to be diving into a post from the Regretful Parents subreddit that has since been deleted.
Did you get it in time?
I got it. I copied. See, now
Oof.
I have learned my lesson. I copy and paste it in addition to pasting the link because these posts,
You never know.
they go away so fast. I thought this was a really weird one, and so I'm excited to chat with you about it. Okay, the subject line is 19-year-old is so judgmental towards popular kids.
Okay.
This person writes, he is so judgmental towards kids from his old school that are popular, normal, for lack of a better phrase. Kids that are actually his friends the majority of his life, and he was one of them. They aren't perfect, but they aren't the jerks he makes them out to be. They participated in things like volunteering or sports or prom. His last 2 years of high school, he was involved with a girl that took him down a path that involved being against the popular kids just because of her opinions and issues. And then she put in parentheses, borderline personality disorder, cutting, which he started to do, drugs, etc. So he totally rejected the kids he knew his whole life and now says stuff like they are, quote, so basic. Now he has tattoos, earrings, gray hair, which I think is a funny thing to include. I'm guessing he dyed his hair gray. He's just not prematurely aging.
Right, exactly. I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, yeah, he's now an 80-year-old man overnight.
Smokes weed. Oh, and says,
Boy.
ooh. But I'm like, he's 19. He's not like a child.
Yeah.
And says, quote, I'm so unique. He rips on them for going to college for business, but he literally didn't go to college after high school. And then when he started, he goes in for business, but basically is saying he hates it and wants to do art. Never did anything in high school with art. Wait, what's that reaction?
Oh, no. Come on.
Kristen is against the arts.
Don't do art. Don't do art.
Don't say that.
I have to say that because you're going to be drowning in debt if you go to college for art. Nowadays,
who cares?
Forget it.
Who cares?
All
if
right.
you love art, do art.
Do art, but don't go to college for it, or don't go to like a very expensive college for it.
Well, we don't know if he's going to an expensive college. He could be going to community college.
Maybe.
Never did anything in high school with art. Was an athlete until he rejected that, but now says he wish he could have done it his senior year, but then turns around and rips on kids for doing it. I regret missing whatever it was that made him feel this way. Obviously, I missed stuff. It pisses me off that he acts like these kids or anyone that isn't, quote, unique are wrong. But he's right because he's so unique and doesn't see how not unique he is. She said, I just don't know how to deal with his hypocrisy. He's so judgmental against these kinds of people because he thinks they're so basic and acts like they're judgmental about him. They're thriving in school and in life, volunteering, doing good things in school, etc. I'm still friends with their moms. I'm sure all of them have issues too, but it's ridiculous how he acts like they are wrong because he enjoyed high school and are in college and are enjoying that step in life. He's smoking weed, has a 2.5 in school, sleeping until 3, says he's working on himself, and spent the summer glowing up his looks. Do I bring them up to him? No. I totally never talk to him about anyone. I ignore his comments because if I point out his hypocrisy, I would be accused of judging him. I'm just venting because I can't to anyone else. Thoughts?
Is he still with the girl, or is she saying that he dated a girl who got him bad and now he hasn't recovered?
It seems like he was involved with a girl that took him down a path. And so now he has like changed his identity. I think what
Mm-hmm.
frustrates me about this thing is like, it kind of sounds like, I don't know this kid, I don't know what his vibe is, but I also wonder how much he will, like, based on how this parent is writing, it does make me wonder if they found all this pride in the fact that their kid was like popular and in sports and stuff like that, and maybe they were pushing their kid to do those things even though those were not genuine reflections of what the kid
Mm-hmm.
liked. Like, even how they were saying like he wants to do art, never did anything in high school with art. Well, maybe he felt like he wasn't allowed to like be involved in arts. Like, maybe he needs to have a period where he's not like an overachieving child and he's just fucking around doing art.
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
Thank you.
I have a feeling that's it, because she seems to be so concerned about her perception of him, like, to other people. Like, she's like, I'm still friends with the moms. Like, okay. Like, and she's such an admirer of these other kids that, like,
Exactly.
have no impact on her life, that don't matter to her, and she cares so much about like them still. Like, people change, and I think it's okay that people change. Now granted, like, obviously she said some concerning behaviors, right? Like the cutting, like there's some things that are like, okay, like, is there a deeper issue underneath here that hasn't been resolved? Like, does this kid have depression? Is he insecure? Was there something that actually went down with these kids where he feels like they pushed him out? Like, there's so many questions to this. To have like a singular response to this problem is going to be difficult. But I do think you're right that, like, it sounds to me like more like a mom problem and less of a kid problem.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, maybe this kid also could benefit from therapy and medication, as we all could.
100%. Yeah, and I think that's like kind of my beef with this parent too, is like, it seems like she is only focusing on like the accomplishments of people, you know, like they're volunteering, they're going to college. Like, she doesn't say anything about like personality traits of these children or her children. Like, her child could be like a really good person that just wants to sleep until 3 a.m. or 3 p.m., I guess. But you know what I mean? It seems like they're so focused on accomplishments and tasks rather than like any kind of like qualities about this person, which also makes me wonder if that's why this person is rebelling now, you know? Because they're like, you don't actually care about who I am inside. You just care about my being able to parade me to your friends.
And the fact that he seems to be so vocal about those other people being like basic and boring, like, I'm so curious if he's like trying to educate his mom on like the fact that, and like, maybe they really are basic and boring and lame, and like, and he wants her to see that like that life was not interesting when he was like that type of person.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right.
We've talked about this a million times on the show, but it's just like, that's what frustrates me, is that parents have kids because they want them to be a certain way, and you don't get to choose who your children are.
Yeah.
And it's your job as a parent to accept them regardless of who they are, who they end up being.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. What do the comments say?
Okay, let's look at the comments. Top most upvoted says, this is normal, edgy teen behavior. I had the same mindset until I found some sort of direction in life. He's going to have to fuck up a lot before he figures it out. Not much you can do, especially if he's 18 plus. Yes, exactly.
I mean, fuck up a lot is like, okay, maybe not a lot, but like you and I weren't fuck ups. Like, you and I were like, we actually just met at 18, 19 years old. That's when you and I met.
Yeah, but
we were
this
cool.
is kind of what I think is like, a lot of that kind of stuff is just like perception. Like, we were drinking in college.
Yeah.
But like, that's normal behavior.
You were going to fucking art school, you fucking art major, you.
I was an art minor, bitch. Get it straight.
Whatever.
Started out in theater, a very serious.
Yes, that's how we met.
It's just funny to me because it's like a lot of the things that she's criticizing are like things that are not really that deep.
Right.
He has
totally.
gray hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He
has tattoos. Okay. I mean, yeah.
It doesn't sound like he's like vandalizing stores and smash and grabbing.
Smash and grabbing. No. I mean, yeah, his brain is still developing. I think it's healthy that he's like pulling away from
questioning things
and like, questioning whether he was with the right friend group. Like, people grow, whatever. But again, I want to double down. Like, there are healthy ways to change behaviors and change friend groups, and there are unhealthy ways, and I don't know what category, if this guy fully fits into healthy or unhealthy.
It's funny too, there's another comment where someone said, it's normal, he is discovering who he is. The one thing I would say is he can do what he wants in reason, but he has to be in school or working. Why?
Well, was the kid living with her?
I don't know.
I'm under the assumption if he's like sleeping in, she knows it. If he's living with her, then I can understand like having the rules of
maybe
go
he
to
is
school or get a job.
Her.
Yeah.
I just think 19 is not that old. Like if he was 35 and still living at home, but like 19 is a pretty normal period of time to just be kind of like lost, and trying to figure out who you are.
Yeah, but it kind of comes back to that really interesting age-old idea of like when your kid turns 18, they're out of your life, right? Like you only have to raise a kid till 18. And now we're in this age of like kids aren't fully independent oftentimes until their mid-20s.
Yeah.
I was still on my parents' cell phone plan until like the last possible second.
Totally.
Like I went to college, but I would come home and live with them in the summers. Like 18 is like this fantasy of like when you stop becoming a parent. So yeah, 19 is still like you're really in the thick of it still. Like you still are responsible for this kid, even though legally you're not responsible.
Yeah. One other person says, my stepkids, 17 and 18, are similar. They are always making fun of someone. They can't watch TV without making fun of a person on there. Both of their parents are guilty of it, so I think I know where they get it from. It's really annoying. Like, don't you have something better to do than think about what you don't like about a complete stranger? But like,
that's young people behaviors. That's what they do.
Well, if you like this episode, remember to like and subscribe. We have so much more coming in the Regretful Parents series. Plus, we have an entire fucking podcast about being child-free by choice. You can listen to it here or childless,
you find podcasts. Not by choice. We have stuff for everybody.
For you. Just not parents. If you're a parent.
Sometimes parents. Sometimes one-and-doners. Love Dinky.
I know, but we're not making the content for you. You're welcome.
Listen
here.
As a listen. An ad play as an ad play.
Watch. Oh my God. Well, listen to it here or wherever you find podcasts by searching Dinky. You can also find us on Instagram, TikTok, and in your closet. Plus, if you're child-free looking to make new friends, we do trips. We do fun group trips, and it's a great way to connect with other people who are like-minded. Visit dinkypod.com. Is that right? Why does that sound wrong? Dinkypod.com?
No, dinkypod.com.
Okay.
That's
For more
our
information. Thanks, Dink Squad.
Don't get pregnant. Woo!